Okay, we are
We are
live.
live. Mhm.
Good morning, my
Good morning.
co-presenter.
Good morning.
Mhm.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I am fantastic. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you may be tuned in. It's another day of every day that we are here. We take this opportunity to welcome you to our daily program. Um, we are a little bit late, but because of a technical hitch, we are here.
Hmm.
Yes, 80% is what you say.
Showing up. Showing
It's,
up.
so we are done with
Mm,
80%.
80% of that success is showing up. As long as you show up consistently, you're already 80% successful.
Yes. So our
Hmm.
viewer, our viewer, we welcome you to our fantastic program. And
Hmm.
today we have a really good topic today here, turning setbacks into comebacks. Hmm.
Hmm.
Many, I think there is no one who can say that doesn't go through this. Eh?
Part of life, right?
Yes, me before when I used to see these setbacks, I say,
Hmm.
no, I've never experienced. I don't want to experience this. I was even fearing to even listen to such.
Hmm. Wow. You didn't want to grow, I guess. Uh huh.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I think I don't know. I didn't understand, but now that I understand, I want to listen and hear. Like, how do other people go through this? Hmm?
Hmm.
Yes, it's good to listen. We are told to listen more than we talk.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yes, because if you listen, if you talk, you are just going to say only what you know. And if you listen, you will learn a lot that you don't know. Yes, so with that being said, let us introduce ourselves and go to our discussion questions. So, my
Awesome.
coach, where
Hmm.
are you streaming live from today?
I am in Utah, heading to Salt Lake City. So
You
I'm in Utah right now. I can give you the glance of how the mountains and how beautiful Utah is.
look at how beautiful it looks. I love that.
So that's what we're looking at. Yeah, look at the beautiful
Mhm.
nature.
Oh my
Hmm.
God, I can imagine what you are enjoying while you are riding.
Uh,
I've seen that, I remember when I went to what was that state? Dominican Republic.
yes.
Yeah, in
Uh-huh.
fact, it looked like it was like a lot of sugar cane.
Oh wow, 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 wow!
So
Believe
shy
me, I see it all.
when we are running like that, all sugarcane plantation was like grass. I was like, oh my
Yes, 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 yes,
and
yes, yes.
I love sugarcane.
In
So
fact, I'm gonna have to buy an external camera because
uh,
some of these fine days I'll be showing you how, especially when I come to the West. West is very beautiful nature. Nature
uh,
is West. Ooh, they have
mm,
so many places that you'll be like wowed by how natural and beautiful it is.
I
And
know, I
even
imagine
winter time, all that will be filled up with snow.
snow. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness, it'd be a different scene too.
I can imagine.
Hmm.
Okay, finishing introducing yourself. Today we started fun, like someone can tell that we are going to have fun.
Yes, we have fun all the time, but my name's Dismas Digger, and my friends call me DC.
Mhm.
As you've heard, I'm in Utah today because we do this Plan A, which is tracking. We track all over the place and visit and be a tourist. And my family resides in Atlanta, Georgia, originally from East Africa via Nairobi, Kenya. I'm happy to be here in this wonderful discussion, and thank you, our host, for making it possible. With that being said, I give it back to you, our able host.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much for your beautiful introduction. And with that good energy you have today. Okay. Our next, co-presenter is here. Welcome back, Miss Foluke.
Thank
And
you. Good morning
please,
from my side.
yes,
Good
please
morning. Good
introduce
morning.
Good
yourself.
morning, Coach. Good to see you.
Good to see you always.
Yeah.
How's Canada?
Oh, Canada is fine. The weather is
Mhm.
better today.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Does
Awesome.
Canada look like kind of like Utah?
Oh, yeah. They're
Where
too
is Utah?
far.
The way the
Utah
way
is up there.
he
Hmm? I'm
showed
in the
us.
mountains, though. She's in the
Oh,
city.
He,
I'm in the mountains.
exactly.
This is
he
where
showed
I am now.
looking
See the difference?
Oh, we can see on the road. Wow.
looks
Yes,
beautiful
yes, yes, yes.
mountains.
I am in the mountains. I'm in
Wow.
the wilderness. Yes,
Ah,
All right,
yes.
so continue, Miss Faluke, introducing
okay.
yourself.
Thank you, our able host.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me today.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning once again, our viewers. Good morning, co-presenters. Good morning, coach. All our
Good
viewers that is
morning.
always coming back to watch us and those that will be watching the replay. Thanks
Mm-hmm.
for always jumping onto our session to learn one or two things. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope you are always being inspired by these various sessions that we hold here. By way of introduction, my name is Foluke Adebayo. I am originally from Nigeria, but now resident in Manitoba, Canada. I am mom to three children, an accountant, and I work as a certification officer. And beside it, I still run this digital business. I am a proud digital business owner, a mentor in this business, and we are encouraging as many people that are watching, listening to us, that if we can do this, you also can do it. So
Hmm.
we are expecting that you will join us, you will overcome your fear and skepticism. The world is so beautiful at this side, right? in this
Amen,
Yeah.
digital
amen, amen. That's true.
in this digital space that we are, things are really looking
Hmm.
good, and we'll be glad that you come join us. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
and over
Hmm.
to you, our host.
Beautiful, beautiful, and beautiful encouragement. I love that. I love that. When you say Manitoba, I remember the Win campaign lady. The
Hmm.
program is it there? You know it? Is it near you?
Yeah, we have one gather this thing recently in this
Mm-hmm.
Manitoba.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's where you hear the name from.
Ah.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. And our next co-presenter. Welcome, 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 Miss Juliet. How are you today?
Good morning. Fine. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name
Good
Yes.
is
morning, good
Juliet.
morning, movement.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Juliet Ohilebo. I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm married. I have two beautiful princes and one handsome prince. When I was in Nigeria, I worked as a secretary. Then moved from Nigeria to the US. I've worked with transportation department before leaving them. Right now, I am a stay-home mom, a proud digital business owner, and a mompreneur. So I'm happy to be here. I'm streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I give it back to our wonderful host this morning.
Hey, is it you today? So
Ah,
today you are not allowing us to have snacks. You want
She's
us
she's
to keep
she's
on
she's
going
just
back?
warming up. She will come back. She's warming up.
She's
I
celebrating
can
at the
I
same
can hear.
time, so
Are you
let her celebrate.
recalibrating?
Yes.
I can hear that she's recalibrating. Okay. Okay. My name is Joyce. I'll be your host today. Thank you for coming, my co presenters. And I'm encouraging everyone to have their snacks. Our movement lady today is recalibrating. She doesn't want to, to be heard so many times. Tomorrow she's coming stronger. All right. So I'm a teacher by profession, and I'm also a successful mompreneur in the digital business. That is why we are here every day sharing our experiences. So, everyone, welcome. We want your feedback, we want your contributions, and let us get on. So, our topic today, as you can see, turning setbacks into comebacks. Really encouraging. Many people would like to hear, like, how do you do this? Because some people, they, when when I see this, I remember Les Brown. Les Brown introduces it very well. I'm telling you, like, when you fall, make sure you look up, and this has a lot of meaning. If you that sentence alone, when you fall down, make sure you look up. Looking up has a lot. But before I understood this, I thought, like, when you fall, like facing down and facing up. So I was like, what does it mean? Now I've gotten to know the difference. Yeah? Looking up, meaning that make sure you are not alone. Make sure you are, because life will come and it will. You have to be ready. Make sure you have people around you. You make sure you don't do it alone, because no one has all the answers. Yeah. So a little bit of introduction is that it's the inner strength. This is resilience. Yeah? The art of rising after falling, which is the inner strength that helps us adapt, recover, and grow through challenges. It's what turns obstacles into lessons and setbacks into comebacks. Yeah, so now we are going straight to our discussion questions. And today I want to invite Ms. Foluke to open this forum with our first question. Ms. Foluke, are you ready?
Okay, we can move on.
Yes. What does resilience mean to you in your own life?
Wow, that's a very, very deep question.
And a good one.
Exactly, a very, very good one, because it's equally shows how strong I am, how strong any individual is, and then
Amen.
how we are able to overcome it and keep moving on, irrespective
Yes.
of what is going on around. So, to me, resilience is my ability to
Oh.
face challenges head on,
Oh.
because this life, it is sure and certain that it is not a bed of roses. So my ability to face challenges, however it comes, because at times things doesn't usually work. Most time, maybe the way we plan or hope it will go. But my ability to like still remain standing, irrespective of whatever challenges I'm facing in anything, that is resilience to me. I can still put it this way, that it is my ability, despite the challenges around, to still calm myself down and still be able to think in that challenging situation of what is the way forward. Because it happens that when there are challenges here and there, people tends to like get lost in the midst of that challenges. Before you know it, they will no longer see anything positive, regarding what they wanted to do. They will be overwhelmed by that challenges, and they can even get stuck completely in that challenges. But for me, resilience is my ability, even in spite of that challenges, for me to still, maintain my positive mindset and still be able to think of what is the solution out of this challenging situation. So I will want to relate it a bit to this business that we are doing. All of us, we have a starting point. If you are whatever dash today, you are hitting that milestone. We all have where we started from. At the point where in this business, I wasn't seeing results. Things were like, what is happening? Even in spite of that challenges, I know that it is a phase, because watching mastermind, seeing people that are sharing their success stories, kind of prepare my mind and let me know that this business, even though you come into it, it's not the same day you come in that you begin to count those those
Mm.
dollars like we usually see it, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
that challenging moments in my business, I was able to like stand and be resilient in it, knowing that giving up is not an option, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of thinking of giving up,
Amen.
amen. Amen to that. Instead of considering giving up, why which so many people would do, or which so many people have even done, because a lot of people that started the business, small challenge like this, before you know it, they gave up. But I didn't give up. That's I was able to like activate that resilience in me, knowing fully well that it is a phase.
Mm-hmm.
And listening to so many people's testimony, they said that phase, everybody will pass through it. I remember the day that this amazing lady in our business community was invited, Pauline of the Most High. She said at a point in her business, she was like, what am I doing here, right? It was
Mm.
so challenging. But
Mm.
today, she's an inspiration to so many
Oh
people,
my
you know.
God. Mm.
So I understand it. And at that phase where it was so challenging for me as well, instead of giving up, rather I try to network, try to find friends in the business that can encourage me, try
Mm.
to like stay glued to my training, things that can keep me motivated, that can help me to keep going. So that is resilient for me. My ability to know that whatever I set my mind to do, I am more than able to achieve it,
Mm.
regardless of the challenges that come my way, and my ability to maintain positive mindset and
Mm.
think of the way forward, even when those challenges eventually arises. So,
Mm.
with that being said, I give it back to you, wonderful host.
Thank you for that. Yeah, long take, and I love it. It is really encouraging. Well, when you talk of this Pauline of Most High, that lady is really encouraging. When you listen to, that's why I introduced by saying, like, be listening to some of these people, because you are going to, and even if you repeat, it doesn't cost you anything other than your time. And then there is a time you are going to hear something that you've not heard before. I, wa- I got that when I was listening to another motivational speech here. And life is going to happen, and you have to be ready for this. Thank you for all that you have said. I don't want to add more. Let me hear what Miss Juliet has to say, maybe just to add on what you said. But before that, I have Divina here. Divina is back. He's back. Now I'm happy about you, Divina. At least you promised and you are making it. Thank you so much for tuning. And she says, hi, guys, watching live from Kenya. Yes, thank you, and remember to stay put. Hope you carried your snack so that you stay glued there. Okay, thank you, and be with us. Yes. Now, our movement lady. Today you look like tired. What is it?
Movement
Yeah,
lady is okay. Very okay. You the one seeing her tired. I see her lively and bright, bright, bright. Go ahead, movement lady.
yeah. Me in my own, my personal life, like resilience, showing up, the way I handle my disappointment,
Mm,
recover from my setback, and also keep pursuing my goals even when things doesn't look like the way I want it to look. It's like it's looking hard, but I bounce back to my growth, and through these challenges it helped me become wiser, stronger and more grounded. So as a mother, as a mother, taking care of the kids, juggling from house chores, juggling about the kids education, their homework, then juggling about my husband's business, my own business. I learn a lot to adapt to the routine I have, because if I don't do that, I'm not going to be able to win what I want to win, because I want to win my husband, I want to win my children, I want to win in my own business. So with that, if I don't have that resilience, I will be overwhelmed. I will not be able to do anything for myself. Then my own personal growth, for example, facing sometimes self-doubt that, oh, the fear of failure and all other stuff, like stepping out of my comfort zone, moving forward away from the things that doesn't serve me, the things that doesn't align with my purpose and my mission. Then I will take that fear away and try to be resilient and face it and move on and get that action that I need to get. So in for me, resilience is in life doesn't mean just surviving or challenging, but allow me to shape myself into the stronger, wiser, and grounded more vision for myself and my family, even in my business. Thank you. I give you back to our wonderful host.
Thank you so much. Like, life is not a bed of roses, as Foluke said. You have to be ready, really ready. Coach, what do you have for us?
Understanding. I have understanding for you.
And
Because,
listening.
that is wonderful, 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 wonderful. First, let's look at resilience. Where does it come from? Literally, I'll give you a couple words that are going to go hand in hand so that you can see why a person can be resilient and why another person might not be resilient, and why, as you say, life is not a bed of roses. I would say roses have thorns on them. It doesn't make it, it's part and parcel of a rose. So I introduce you to the rose. The rose bush has both the flower and the thorns. That's what makes it complete. You know, and in Chinese saying, they talk about yin and the yang making the whole. The whole is made of the yin and the yang. So when it comes to resilience, literally is, first of all, it comes down to perspective. Perspective. If you say you have faith, then you have to understand faith without being tested is not really faith.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So faith has to be tested. The true mark of faith is that you can hold on to the unseen and go through whatever you have to go through until the unseen becomes seen. That should be the faith. To walk by faith, not by sight. So it starts by just understanding it's an identity. If you know you are a spirit having human experience, resilience comes out of you because you realize you as a spirit, you are more powerful than the environment you live in. You're not here to react to the environment, you are here to transform the environment. And you're going to go from one glory to another glory with no problem. Now, if you don't have the identity that you are the spirit, having a human experience, and you may be thinking you are human, having spiritual experience or searching spirit, then when you go through challenges, it will seem like the challenges, it's like the world has come against you. It's like things are attacking you. It's like, okay, you're looking at it with a limiting belief, and it's going to be a very, very, very tough, until you change your mind and see it differently. So literally starts with that perspective. Perspective. What is your perspective? Another thing I love about resilience is also you have to learn to manage two things: expectation and disappointments. Sometimes people put it this way: they expect to win. And sometimes, because they expect to win, their eyes are glued on the outcomes while they're going through the process. And when the outcomes don't look like what they think or expect, then they go to this roller coaster of emotions. And the emotions they're going to have is sometimes they're in the valley and they're feeling so low, they're almost wanting to quit. Sometimes they quit when they're in the valley. And literally, what they don't understand why they're feeling the way they're feeling, that the emotion is only following their thoughts. Because if you think certain things, certain thoughts, it's going to bring the E of the emotion, meaning the E is the energy. Your energy is going to go low and your emotion is going to go downwards. And literally, it's not because of what is going on. It's the meaning you're giving to what is going on that is making you feel the way you're feeling. And literally, you're not understanding that in the brokenness, or whenever you're going through a process that looks like there's nothing happening, that's when in the spirit side, a lot of things are happening for you. Just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean it is not happening. So the fact that you can manage or see where you're going clearly, and then take your eyes off that and really focus to go through the process with a lot of excitement, knowing that nothing can stop that end that you've already seen. The other side of it is when you cannot manage disappointments. That simply means is that anytime you run into barriers, you have this expectation that you are not supposed to run into barriers. If the barriers come around, it means there's something wrong. And not understanding, once again, there is no growth without the barriers. If you don't grow, you will not, even if you get the results, you'll not be able to sustain, because the mind that creates what you see now, you have to overcome that mind. You have to have a bigger mind. And that bigger mind just means you have to grow so that you can be able to solve the true issues that are in your life at that point. I love the fact that even if you go to nature, the Bible says, unless the seed fall in the ground and die, it will abideth alone. If you go to a gym and you realize real quick that all that, all that good stuff, it starts with tearing of your muscle and pain. And yet, without pain, there is no gain. In fact, in the gym world, they used to say, no pain, no gain. So you got to understand the fact that you got to translate that pain differently by managing your defeat, because the pain will come, because in the beginning, it will look like not what you want. So with that being said, resilience is just when you have that perspective that you know you are unstoppable. And you come in ready, no matter what happens, you know I'm going there. Yeah? All the barriers are going to be on the path, are part and parcel of whatever you are asking for. You want success? The route, the shortest route, is you're going from one failure to another failure without losing your enthusiasm. That's success for you. If you fail, then you got to understand you fail forward. You get the lessons and you launch out again, knowing you are now wiser. You can go out again and again and again and again and again and again, and you never lose the vision. So the last thing I just say is that Paul says, you know what? You have to also have a short memory. You have to forget those things that are behind you and be fixed on that thing. Have your eye, your aim, whatever it is that you're aiming, you push forward, Because sometimes when you're still holding on to those things that are behind you, it's going to hold you back from achieving what you need to achieve. So, in short, resilience starts with a perspective. Secondly, you become a very good manager of disappointments and your expectation. And lastly, you hold a vision. Just like the Bible says, those who will be saved, they're the ones who will be holding on all the way to the end. Then you'll be saved. So the same way you hold on to it until it comes, not no matter what happens, you are knowing that nothing can stop you because you're an overcomer. So I give it back to you. That's resilience for you.
I know you had a lot to say. You wish you had the whole day to explain yourself. But
Fantastic. Yes, ma'am.
thank you for making us understand a lot of things. And the important thing is that life is going to happen to you. And what challenges, we say challenges, you're going to face a lot of challenges in your growth. And what meaning are you going to give them? When they came, like when you saw those challenges, the mindset you had at that point, it means that you need to come out of that, so that it can you can be able to solve it, see it as a challenge, as a change, that there is a change you need to make so that you come out of that. So you need to have that growth mind, as you said. So that is very important. What meaning are you giving it? If you see it like you are done, then there you are
Done.
finished. If you see challenge as a change, oh my God, you are going to be the one holding it to the end, as he's saying. Thank you so much for that. So let us go to our number 2 for Juliet. Can you share a time when you bounced back from a challenge you thought you couldn't overcome, please?
Yeah, there was a time like this. It's not me, it's my husband. When my husband was working,
Mm.
and that time in his working place, he was making a lot there. So, I'm just taking care of the kids. They were still small.
Mm.
So they have to lay him off job, and he just came home like everything is finished, was just sad, was just complaining. I told him, I said, you can't do this now. Let's just look for a way. I told him, okay, let's go out and search for job. So I followed him out there. We got to one office. I told them, please, my husband lost his job and I'm not working because I have a little baby. I took my baby along. I said, see, I cannot work because of this baby. If I want to work, the money will not be enough for us to sort out the daycare and also pay our bills. So the manager now said, because of your wife and this little baby, I'm going to give you a phone. Go fill it. Tomorrow you resume work. So we went and did that. He was working there. He worked for a while. They fired the manager and the manager left. They brought new, you know how it is, they brought new people. Those people came and they said they don't want these color people in the place. So they gave all of them notice to go look for something else to go and do. He came back and said, this is it, this is it. I said, okay, we are done working for people. Now you have to start your own business. So I told him, you have to start your business. Say, how am I going to start? From where? I said, we will start. Don't worry. So I made a flyer. I started sending it to my friends, people that I know. I said, please, my husband is doing this job. If I know you have people doing it for you before, but if you have a friend that need, just please help me forward it to them. So that's how my husband started his business. But right now he's no more working for anybody. We bounced back
Mm.
and we are
Mm.
happy. Then I started my own business too. So you can see both of us are stay home parents and we are able to take care of our children. We have bounced back from that begging people, but building our own legacy for ourselves. So I give it back to our wonderful.
That's a comeback, a real good one. You have to have a test so that you can say the testimony. Many people want to say the testimony, and whenever they are faced with all these tests, they are not ready for it. Then where are you going to get the testimony from? Okay, I want the rest of you to take 2 minutes to tell me to answer this, starting with Foluke.
Okay. Thank you. To share a moment, I had challenge that I thought I couldn't come out of it, and how I bounce back. Okay, that will go like a storyline, but 2 minutes.
Yes.
We'll carve it in.
Yeah. Let's be encouraged.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to what our movement lady shared. Because I remember after we immigrated, it was challenging getting a job. So I got my dream job, after quite a while waiting. That time I have also started my business. So that job helped me to like be funding my business, running my hard. Because initially I wasn't running hard because the budget was tight. But as soon as I was stable financially, I started running hard. Within the space of what's it called? They didn't renew my term, and that like take me back to where I was coming from. I don't want to touch that hard because from that hard I've gotten two buyers that they did not, I was still like following up. They are yet to convert. So I managed for like 1 month going to 2 months. I couldn't sustain, keeping up, maintaining that hard. I had to pause it. I paused my hard. I was critically, seriously looking for a job. Things were not looking so promising, but I know that the challenges are there, but there's no giving up or relenting is not an option. So I was just like exploring all opportunities, and got so good within less than 3 months, I got another job. That was quite a challenging moment for me because I had to pause that hard, which I don't like. And to me, that hard was doing like it's going to be a winning hard. So I paused it. When I have the means, I enable it back. But when you have touched something along the line, it's not all the time it will pick very well. But I was able to bounce out of that challenging period, getting another, and that's equally, teach me a lesson that until you have something that belongs to you, there's no job security anywhere. I've been hearing it, I know of it, but that was just my personal experience. And that kind of like, thank God I have a business I'm building, more of my energy into building my business, because nothing is certain when it comes to an employment that is not yours. Anything can happen. So like that, I was able to bounce back and, things keep moving, and I will just give it back to you.
That's encouraging, and you are ending by saying like, without having something that is not yours, you are not certain. You'll just go and be told like, oh, today we are not. All the time we are told that, and I see how frustrated we get. Like, oh, so now because like us here, if you don't work, no pay. So it's not like what I used to do in back home. Even if you go, you don't go.
You get paid.
Mhm.
If you go, you don't go, they will pay you.
Exactly.
So here, no going, no
No
pay,
money.
and the bills don't know that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it doesn't even sound good, coach.
Yes, I'll make it very short because the stories that have been told, they have given us a real sense of how you come back from the failure. So I just make a conclusion. And what the butterfly or what the caterpillar calls death is what the butterfly calls new beginning.
Ooh.
That's my take on that, and I give it back to you.
I like that conclusion. If everyone can make meaning out of that, oh my God, a butterfly, so beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Since you had that short conclusion, now I give you your question. What habits
Mhm.
or practices help you stay strong during difficult times?
Awesome. I love the fact that you say the habit.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm the first one on this question, I first want to define and understand why your habits determine where you're going to be at. Number one, the habit of renewing your mind all the time. Because we are creatures of habit, meaning wherever you are seeing right now in your life, it means that's how you've been thinking and that's how you've been acting and that's how you've been showing up in the world. If you don't renew your mind, you keep showing up the same way. The only challenge is the rest of the life does not just show up the same way. It's going from one glory to another glory. So if you are just staying the same with the same thoughts, the same action, same you every day, then it's going to be very challenging for you because a lot of things will seem like, oh my goodness, life is so hard. Life is so hard. So understand there's a renewal, the habit of renewing your mind all the time. I talked about understanding also, get to a point where your perspective, you gotta be seeing this world not the way it is, the way you want to be. Because the challenge is if you don't do that, then you're gonna be tuned into your left hemisphere, your brain, and what left hemisphere is gonna try to hold you to is the experiences that are familiar to you, because those experiences habitually your left hemisphere thinks that is the safety zone, and it will try to keep you there. So literally, when you try to move out of there, because your right brain will be trying to tell you, nope, we did not come here to settle. We did not come here to be in this comfort zone. So that challenge right there, you're gonna be beat up. But if you decide, you know what, I'm gonna be a person that understands and sees things from my right side. In other words, you'll be gonna be a person that is gonna walk by faith. In a simpler term, without using religious term, you'll be a person that can imagine yourself and assume you already are where you are actually making actions to go there, but in your mind, you'll almost live in your dream as if it's already happened to you. That habit of just assuming that the thing has already happened and making it so real to you is the best habit, because at that point, you literally are doing exactly what the Bible wants you to do. It says, the just shall not walk by sight, but they shall walk by faith. To me, there's no bigger habit than creating that habit of assumption, assuming it's already happened. And in your mind, you visualize and act the thing that you will be when you get it. How will people congratulate you? You make that vivid and clear as if it's already happened. You hear people telling you, you're already this, and they're so happy for you. If it's a milestone you're going for, in your mind, you keep picturing it over and over and over, and like as if you already got that milestone, and the rewards that you're gonna give yourself. If you say you're gonna buy a new house, you see yourself in that new house, and your family is so happy about that. That habit of assumption, if you make it your habit, like I do, man, life is gonna be very interesting, because at that point you're gonna be living your dream. It's almost like saying you're already having the thing to a point where you're like almost saying, "Hey, man, I'm already have this." So by the time it comes to physical for you to experience it, you're experiencing it for the second time, not the first time. So those are the habits in my talk. It's giving you the habits to understand that literally I've decided the inner determines the outer. So my habits are focused on the inner actions, inner world, more than the outer. And I've realized once I'm in alignment with the inner world, the outer actions are very easy for me. I feel like what the Japanese, not Japanese, the Chinese call it the Wu Wei. Wu Wei is the action that feel like effortless action. So now my action outer, they feel like woo way. And I love it so much. I can go through that because the inside I'm possessed with a thing that is already, it's already happened. I'm not trying to make it happen. It's already happened. I'm at peace. I'm in alignment with what has already happened. And that helps me in a very now. Those are my habits. With that said, I give it back to you, our able host.
Thank you for reminding us that we take care of the inside, and then the rest will so it will help you to control the outer, because if you depend on the outer, like just like people get waiting for to be motivated by extrinsic motivation, you can't depend on that. Intrinsic is the real one. So in fact, you've explained it all, unless there is something the rest would like to add for 1 minute, starting with Juliet, if there is anything that you would like to add on that.
Yeah, for me, habit is like gratitude. Gratitude, like self-care and supporting connection with building strong foundation, practicing like we pray every morning to our God, then we juggle, and also discipline help us to face storm and without losing ourselves. That is it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Feluke.
Okay, for me, part of things that make me stay strong even in difficult time, I try to avoid overthinking that can magnify the problem in my mind, because many a times the problem is not as terrible as we thought they were. But by the time we overthink, pound on it, then we make it like look so much, and that will even weigh us down, that we will not even be able to think of the way forward. Another thing I do is I limit negative thoughts still related to my thinking. I try to maintain positive mindset, that no matter the challenges, there's always a way forward, and that's not the end of the world. Then I think I try to look at things that are working around, like practicing gratitude, because at times when we practice gratitude, dwell on things that are working, not giving attention to those things that are not working yet, then it helped me to, like, regain energy in order to move forward, and to forge ahead. So that's it for me, on how I
Mm-hmm.
stay strong in difficult period. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the addition. Yeah, overthinking. I remember I used to do that. I was so much. I was like the leader of there. And when you overthink, you start with one option, you end up with the whole world of options, and you are like, okay, where am I now? You are in the ocean of options. So which one now do you? I really don't encourage that. And negative talk, and most of them. Yeah. Thank you so much. And giving gratitude, in every minute, you have something to be thankful for. And if you have that habit, uh, every minute will be a blessing. Yes. Now, for Luca, this is your question that says, how do you keep going when motivation fades but responsibilities remain? Aha.
That's a very that's a very tough moment, if I can say. Those are the period that ordinarily, humanly, you're down,
Mhm.
but you just have to find yourself in the midst of it all. Because the most terrible thing that can happen to anyone is when you cannot find yourself anymore in the midst of challenges. You allow challenges to, like, take over you. But if you can, find yourself, no matter how difficult, find yourself, then you would have that inner energy to like, oh, bounce back. So for me, I try to like allow discipline and purpose to
Mm,
be that thing that would, give me the strength to continue when motivation fades, But
mm,
when I have a system, we talk about system the other time, that even when you are not feeling like it, but because you already have a system that is in place, that will keep you going. And
mm,
system work hand in hand with discipline. When there is a system and discipline is missing, you
mm,
will still not be able to like hold yourself accountable. So in situations like that, I allow my why, because there's a why there's a why and reason why I even started in the first place. So
mm,
when those challenging moments come, when motivation fades, I still allow that. I try to find myself in that situation and allow my why to then become, my driving force at that point in time. Because if you lose yourself in a challenging situation and you equally forget about your why, then I wonder how you want to progress. So I try to find myself and, go back to my why. Why did I start? And that kind of like be able to give me the energy to see the reason why I need to make progress, irrespective of whatever limiting factor that is all around me. So with
mm.
that, I give it back to you.
That is very important. Thank you. You that's why we are encouraged all the time to when you start something, have your reasons written down because when this life happens, just take that paper because it is going to happen. Take the paper. You have this system in place. See, read it. It gives you that energy. Like, after all, I started because of this. And you are not depending of that extrinsic motivation. Because they say, like, motivation gets you going. But the discipline, as you said, keeps you growing. So, with that, oh my God, you are going to get it. Juliet, how do you keep going?
Yeah, motivation sparks me up, get me going, start me, and also whether the responsibility for me to handle the commitment,
Mm,
whether it carry me or not, I feel like not stopping because I have to care for my family. I have to also show up for my business. I have to run my business to be successful. So with that, I use discipline as number one, doing the needful instead of wasting my time. Regardless of the feeling, like sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, I have to remember my why. I
mm,
start the business and move forward, no matter
mm,
how it is. Then my habit, I have to create a routine that will carry me along and make me not only carry me forward, I also put it in autopilot so that at least my business will be going by using my automation system to set everything out there. And purpose, my purpose is always remembering that why, because I want to be financially free. I want to be healthy. I want to be physically okay for myself, my children, my family. And I want to build that legacy for everybody to remember me, my community to remember me, my village to remember me, my children, my family. So every small step, breaking the task down. So that always feel like even I have low energy, that motivates me to have that strong energy to keep on going, keep on moving forward and not feeling so exhausted. So in a short, in my own short conclusion, I would say when motivation fades out, discipline and habit and the clear of my why make me become what I want to become by being motivated and getting my business started. And responsibility of commitment also help me move forward and get that success and succeed in whatsoever I'm doing, my business, my life, my children, my family. With all that, I give it back to you.
Thank you. I heard you say you put something in autopilot. Didn't you
Yeah,
agree?
like my auto, my
What is it that you're putting in
my
autopilot?
business. I have to put it in autopilot because I use my automation to set everything so that I won't be thinking of, oh, like as my friend will say, I have to run and leave what I'm doing to go and put my afternoon post. In the night, I have to wait instead of me sleeping because I have to put it the time I used to put it. I told her, no, you have to use the automation. This is how to do it. So
Okay.
that's it. Thank you.
All right. Coach, you have something to add on top of that?
I can give you a lot, and they'll be in 3 steps.
Uh-huh.
The first 3 steps: understanding assumption,
Mhm.
affirmation, and understanding inspired action. So, in assumption, what I've learned for me is that I ask 3 questions before I start anything as a project. The first question is, what is it that I want? What is it that I want out of this project? What is it that I want? Once I have a crystal clear what the results is, the final results that I want, I make it clear, I write it down as a statement, and I also make that statement sound as if it's already happened. So I go from wanting it to gratitude that I am so happy and grateful that I already have this thing. Second step, I have to ask, why do I want it? So I write the compelling reasons why I want this thing. And most of the time, when my compelling reasons are very strong to a point where they make me cry, then I know I have a reasons that no barriers can stop. So I make sure that I have them so I can always come back. I write all of them so I can always come back and review them. The third one is that I write, why do I believe I will have those results? Because I realize the belief system is either going to fail me or it's going to carry me. So before I start, I said, before I run into the first barrier, I do this prerequisite. The way if you go to university, they want you to do a pre. So this is my prerequisite here. I write, why do I believe? What is my identity? And what is I believe deeply? Because my deep-seated beliefs are really going to be the ones that are going to carry me through. In the affirmation, there's a system I learned from, I can't remember who taught me this system, but actually it works like magic. Napoleon Hill calls it autosuggestion, learning to auto-suggest yourself. And I have a system also in 3 parts. It's called 369 system, whereby every day I wake up in the morning, I write 3 times what I'm so happy and grateful that I've already achieved before it becomes a manifestation in the physical. During the day, maybe in the way before I eat lunch or after lunch, I write it 6 times. Before I go to sleep, that'll be the last thing. I'm gonna write that affirmation 9 times. The act of doing it over and over and over and over, I get to a point where when I go to sleep, I'm going to sleep with those feeling or imagination that I've already achieved the thing that I want. Sometimes I even dream about it, like I was in it. And when I wake up, I'm like, oh, that was a dream. Oh my goodness. Then I just realize as I make it that way, so it feels like it's already happened, it becomes not a big thing no more in my mind because I realize anytime I'm seeing the thing that I want because my goals are bigger than where I am. Anytime they look bigger, I realize I don't have enough belief to really conquer it. So I want to make it to a point where it just looks like only that, only that. And that comes through 369 affirmation. On the effort side of it, I realize there is the willpower has to be divided into 3. One, the willpower of initiating the thing, initiating those actions in the beginning. And I have to realize in the beginning when I'm excited because I see this clear, I haven't run into any barrier, is different from the willpower that is going to push me through the resilience and staying power. So I have to understand after the initial excitement is gone, I'm gonna need that willpower or pushing me through the persistence because I expect to have barriers along the way. I'm not naive no more to think that there's not gonna be barriers from where I am to where I'm going. There ain't gonna be no barriers because I expect it. I already start thinking through it, through the barriers that can come, the ones I can formulate or the ones I can formulate. I'm already seeing myself pushing myself through every one of them, and I'm speaking some mantras. I might say, I can, I will, I must. And the more I tell myself those affirmations, and I tell no matter what the barrier, I'll either go through it, I'll go under it, I'll go over it. Instead of being defeated, mentally, I'm in a state of, you know what? We are the one. We've been chosen. We are gonna go through it. We're gonna win this. So it's that type of a state that helps me to get to a point where now I'm ready to do the actions. Now, when it comes to the actions, I also have realized something about the actions. There's two types of actions. I realize you can do actions in error, and if you keep doing those error little by little, little by little, accumulatively, it will give you failure. Or you can do the actions of the disciplined actions to know, hey, everything that you want, you already have at least a template of what actions you need to start with. So I schedule those actions into my calendar, and then I just keep doing them and doing them, not so much because I want to achieve something, because I want to enjoy that I'm going towards the thing that I said I'm going to do. My actions are congruent with what it is that I said it's the end progress. Because I've said this over and over. Nightingale helped me a lot to understand what success is. Success is not when I already achieved the thing. He said, no, 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 no. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. Once you know what it is and you're making a step towards it, you've already successful. So the fact that I'm excited, I don't need motivation. My motivation is when am acting, motivation comes. As the more I act, the more the motivation is showing up. Now my motivation is not I'm waiting to be motivated for me to do. Uh-uh. Now I can plan my work and work my plan and be so excited. And I found out the motivation becomes, the work becomes the motivation. As I work, I get more motivated. So that's how I do it. With that being said, I give it back to you, our wonderful host.
When you're talking, I'm just writing here because I'm learning a lot. And to do all this that you have said, you have to be intentional. Not many people will do that. You have to be ready to do it. Otherwise,
That's why you have to understand the narrow path. That's why it's very few people that become very successful. At the top is very few people. At the bottom is the majority because majority will do what is easy. When you decide to do that narrow path, yes, in the beginning it seems like, oh my goodness. But truly, just training yourself in those habits, it makes the biggest difference.
And I've
So
learned
I'll give
that.
it back to you.
And you've said that when a task looks big, then you have no enough belief. So you need to have something to motivate you, like for you to look as if you got it. Yeah? You keep encouraging yourself. That's why we say, like, celebrate at least, break them into smaller chunks that you can be able to handle. If it looks big.
And the key is the affirmation over and over and over, farming as if you already become that, and assumption that you already that. Over a period of time, that affirmation makes you feel you've already got that. That's why I say live in the dream. Now it will not look big anymore.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. And now I want you to take everyone to take 1 minute to say, like, to answer this one, as we are it's kind of advising. So, Juliet, do you believe resilience is something we are born with or something we build?
Yeah, Nobody is born with resilience. You have to build it because, as it is, if you feel that you are born with the resilience, why are we always going to the negative side?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we always going to the negative side? Why do we have to work on our mindset? Because most of us, we are not born with it. Even if we feel that we are born with it, but every time it leaves us into going to that's our limiting belief, what they teach us, like when you were giving birth to, they tell you this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do. So sometimes you cannot be resilient if you follow that limiting belief. You have to build it into yourself, put it in your inner self by
Mm-hmm.
yourself so that you can remain in that place. That is why we always work on our mindset to be in the positive side instead of the negative side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you so much. It is built. We have a viewer here by the name Mahin and Company. He says, "Hi, good evening, everyone." Yes, good morning from our
Our
place.
side.
And she says, "Watching live from South Korea."
Wow. You're
Hey,
welcome.
we are. This is really encouraging. So we can be watched from South Korea. So Mahin and company, we are so grateful for you tuning in. This shows that we are bringing value to the marketplace. So thank you so much, and keep right there. We are almost done, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Yeah, we are on the same, Miss Foluke. 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, I believe resilience is something that we build.
Mm-hmm.
Although some people might have a natural temperament that help them to handle stress better, but come to think of it, true resilience is shaped through personal experience, through positive mindsets, and intentional practices. Because you said it that when a coach finished talking, you say all these things can only be achieved through being intentional. So,
Mm-hmm.
for us to build resilience, you just have to keep, doing that intentional practices that will get you to be, on the path that you actually want to be. And every challenge we face, we learn from it, and it helps us to build our resilient muscle. The more we practice resilience, the stronger we become. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my take on that. Over to
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is built.
yeah.
Coach.
I'm
Ah,
excited to be on the opposite side of
eh?
a majority of. I'm excited to be the opposite of what my colleagues have said. I say you're born with resilience, and I'm gonna prove my point. Number one, when you come in before you became visible, you are there was only one egg and 5 million sperms, and you fought, and you are the one resiliently you beat 5 million. How bad you are! You are such a bad person that no, even the 5 million could not win. You came in and you came winning. You knew who you were. You are so tough. In fact, as a baby, you only had two fears: the fear of falling and the fear of loud noise. Everything else, the environment taught you not to be a fighter, to forget who you are. Why do we do personal development? Because I want to remember who I am. That's why I do personal development. With that, I give it back to you.
I like the energy. I like the energy to prove your point. Like you are born with resilience. Yeah, as he said before, whenever you face anything, it depends on what meaning do you give it. By the way, and you are right about that. Thank you so much for today. I've really enjoyed. I've learned a lot, and I hope our viewers have also learned the same way. So I hope they enjoyed listening as much as we were happy sharing. So, Miss Foluke, will you talk to our viewers, please, before we round up our program?
Okay. All right. Thank you for the opportunity. Our time has really been fast spent. We appreciate our viewers that stick around up until this time, and as many that will be coming over to watch the replay. We are all digital business owners here, mentors and coach on this session, and we are always coming out to bring awareness on how you can get started on your own digital business. So if working online, earning online, working your way to time, freedom, and financial independence is what you are truly interested in, then we encourage you to, get in touch with us. We have our website displayed here on the screen. We can guide you through the process of starting your own digital business. All we require of you is your name and email address to get you to register to watch our free information session that will give you detailed insights into our business model and how everything works, our automated system, and so many things that we are leveraging in this business that is making life easy for us to work and still be able to run our family as it should be. So we invite you to register with us on any of our websites here displayed that you resonate with, and we are happy to hold you by the hand to guide you through the journey, right? We always talk about 149, one-time registration fee, because it is a business and every business requires that you make a commitment. So you have the commitment to, the responsibility to pay that 149. And a whole lot of things that you are going to benefit when you make that payment, because it's going to expose you to a lot of things about our business, the company we partner with, the products, the commission plan, access to have a one-on-one session with, our coaches in the business. And all this is all embedded in that 149 package. So it's a win-win situation. And if you think you've seen everything, you are not interested, we have refund policy of 30 days in place, then you can as well look at. So with all this, we are hoping that you will join us, you connect with us, so we can help you get started as soon as possible. So with that being said, over to you, our host for
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, our viewer, you've heard we have our webinars, free webinars on all these websites you see there. Go there and enjoy the webinar. It's just you're entering your name, your email address, and then there you are. You watch for 90 minutes and have fun. Be inspired, and then we are here to hold you along through your baby steps. Okay, so thank you so much for being with us today. Until tomorrow, because we are here every day. What do we say from the studio?
Bye bye.
Bye.